Okay, it says that we're live, so I'm just going to find us on my Facebook page, or my Facebook group, rather. Oh, here we go. Great, I found us. Welcome everybody. I've got Robin Morton here, who is one of the DBM founder coaches. I'm really happy to have you here so that you can tell us more, and so that people can get a real feel for what the DBM Academy is and how it can help them to create that financial freedom that everybody wants, right?
Sure. Hi, Sarah.
So welcome, Robin.
Yeah.
Could you tell us just a little bit about you?
Sure. So I live in a tiny little Scottish island away up in the west coast of Scotland. It's a beautiful day today, but it's not always like that. And I've been a DBM coach since we started the academy. I've worked with Sean for about 5 years. I've done lots of things in my life. I've been a traditional business person for many years. I worked for big companies and small companies looking after financial side of things. I had my own business, which I lost in the last financial crash. Big disaster, went from hero to zero in a short space of time. I reinvented myself as an author. Last 10 years, I've been writing thrillers under the name of Alex Breck. And it was whilst I was trying to learn how to market my books that I got online for the first time and learned about affiliate marketing and all that chasing income stuff, and I was okay at it. I went all around the world with it. But at the end of the day, you're always starting from square one every month. And I started to build assets. Initially, it was gold and precious metals. And then I learned about blockchain. And that is what made the biggest difference. That accelerated my wealth faster than anything. And, after losing everything a decade or so ago, I now have a beautiful house by the sea on a beautiful Scottish island. So blockchain is totally doable. But there's just so much nonsense out there, and there's so many people throwing good money after bad. In the DBM Academy, we're all about positive cash flow, about turning your finances around and stop people throwing good money after bad, month after month, sometimes year after year. I mean, it's we all know that depressing statistic that something like 97% of online businesses don't make any money. That is ridiculous, a ridiculous state of affairs. And so in the DBM Academy, we focus on cash flow particularly, and not kicking that profit can down the road. Oh, yeah. Keep putting your money in, keep reinvesting your money. Don't take any money out. Keep giving us all your money, which is all what a lot of these platforms do. 3 years from now, you'll be making money. Well, that doesn't cut it for us, and in the DBM Academy, in our 3 months to profit cash flow, 3 months to cash flow program, you can be making a positive cash flow in the first month. That's totally doable, and all of our students have managed to do that so far.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Robin. And it's true. Like I love the DBM Academy. That's why I joined as a coach.
You're a product of that. You're a product of that.
I am, absolutely. Yeah. And I attended all the free workshops, and, I've attended so many free workshops, between, I don't know, for months and months and months. And then I decided I actually want more. Like I want the really good stuff. And, so I decided to do the 3 months to cash flow, and Robin is actually my 3 months to cash flow coach, or one of them. Which has just been really fun. It was really fantastic, to do that program, and it changed. It helped me to just understand or create my own strategy, like understand the whole blockchain more, and actually, a blockchain business. I mean, it's a term that I really hadn't heard of, before last year, right? And I don't think that many people may even think of it like that.
No, we use an analogy of blockchain factories. That's one of the analogies we use. So each of the platforms and systems that we deploy is a machine in that factory, and you want as many machines as possible, don't you? All working for you 24 hours a day. If one machine's not working so well for a month or two, you're not going to cry because you've got all these other machines working. But if you're all your eggs in one basket, like typical network marketing, don't talk to anybody else, don't look at anything else, just do our thing. If that thing doesn't work, then you're stuffed. And so we're always looking for new ways to make money. And we have 5 pillars really that we talk about: mindset, skills, income, systems, income, and wealth. So marketers tend to start with the wealth one. They say, give us your money, press this button, and you'll be super rich. But it doesn't happen that way. And so, mindset first, and education is all about mindset and skills. You've got to have the skills to make that jump. Income will come, if you deploy the right systems. And then if you do it consistently, consistent income equals wealth. It's as sure as night follows day, so it's not impossible. It's just doing it in the right order, getting educated first. Don't jump in, people jump in feet first. That's why we give away so much of our knowledge in the DBM Academy for free. It's a freemium model, I suppose. And so all of our workshops, or nearly all of them, are free, and you can learn a lot. But as you said, Sarah, the real juicy secret sauce, I suppose, is when you become a subscriber, you get access to the workspaces. So you can come and talk to people like myself and Sarah 6 days a week, and we're just sitting there in private Zooms. You can go to a little room on your own and ask an embarrassing question if you feel lacking in confidence, or you can ask it in the main arena. But every day of the week, I think bar one, there are coaches just waiting to answer your questions, and that's what you get as a subscriber. And then there's the 3 month cash flow, which is usually up to 4 coaches. Very personal, isn't it, Sarah? I mean, we get inside your head. You get to find out a little bit about us, and it's very, very personal and tailored to what you want or need.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think that the 3 months to cash flow program, it's like you can, and of course you get access to you guys really all the time. So you've got a monthly call for three months.
Yep.
And then you've got a little messenger group where you can go in and ask any silly question that you want and be directed to the answer. It's just fantastic, really fantastic value. I mean,
we're not going to make somebody a millionaire in 3 months, but what happens is you're making positive progress. You're turning $1,000 into $1,100, or $100 into $110. You're making positive cash flow. So you're like, hey, this works. I can do this. And then we talk about strategy. Strategy is really important. Do you need money to put food on the table next week? If we get people coming to us with $50 to spare. I've also had people come into the 3 month to cash flow with $200,000 sitting in Coinbase and didn't know what to do with it. And once we lifted our chins off the floor, we're like, wow, that's a lot of money to have sitting on Coinbase. Maybe, just maybe, we could suggest other ways that you can make that money work harder for you. So there's all different levels of people coming in, and so different strategies. Some people want, cash flow. Cash flow is very, very important. Other people are looking at longer term equity. We talk about exit plans. I'm a huge fan of working out your exit plan. You may love doing this, like I love doing this, but you might also decide at some point you want to stop. And when you stop a job, you fall off a financial cliff normally. You're dependent on a pension. With this kind of thing, you don't have to. You can have a passive income for the rest of your life. You don't have to stop at any time, but you need to know roughly when you can give up your job, when you can go from 5 days a week to 3 days a week. Things like that can make a huge difference. You might be saving to buy a house. We've got people trying to buy a house with crypto and things like that. So huge difference in the students that come through the doors, but they all need their own strategy, risk against reward. Not all of us are huge risk takers. If you're an old man like me, you haven't got so many years that you want to take that risk. I risked everything and lost everything, when I was younger. That was fine. I've had time to claw my way back again. I wouldn't want to be homeless again, in my 60s, for example. So all these things are different strategies, but we are proof that this works. All the DBM coaches are proof of concept, you could say, that we are talking the talk and walking the walk. We're not selling anything. We're not talking about things that we think you should do, but we don't do. We only talk about things that we do, that we endorse and we use and work.
Yeah. And it's great. So I also wanted you, Robin, if you don't mind, to just tell us about specifically the workshops that you run and that people may want to come along to, and also the courses that you offer, because I think that those are really great as well.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So this is one of my busy days, Workshop Wednesday, I call it. I did a blockchain basics earlier today, and then I do a slightly more advanced one at 7 o'clock UK time tonight, so 6 p.m. UTC. It's called Blockchain Basics and Beyond. So we look at the safety side of things, make sure people make the first few steps safely and securely, and then we dive into some of the exciting things in DeFi, decentralized finance, the opportunities, platforms and systems that can give you more in a month, in terms of ROI than you could earn in several lifetimes in a boring old bank account. So that's tonight, Blockchain Basics and Beyond. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. on a Thursday, UK time, I do a workshop on Nexo. Nexo is a platform that allows you to be your own bank. You can leverage your own funds within Nexo, so you never have to sell your crypto. Right now, for example, selling crypto would be crazy because it's so cheap. The people that are selling now are really losing out because it's going to start going back up again. So Nexo allows you to take funds without selling your original stake, put it into other platforms, take the profits, put it back into Nexo, rinse and repeat, and just build and build and build your asset wealth. Great platform. I love talking about that on a Thursday. We have one on a Friday called Fix Your Profit Panic, which is all about knowing your numbers. Again, many people treat their online business like a hobby, and they get a hobby income, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But if you follow our suggestions in the DBM Academy, all of a sudden you might find that there's money falling out of the sky all over the place, and you're like, what the heck do I do with this? Am I going to get taxed? Am I going to get in trouble? Should I put it in the bank? What will I do? And how do I tell what my strategy should be? I've got all this money coming in. So we talk about knowing your numbers, spreadsheets, strategy. Sounds dull, but it's really exciting when it's your money that we're talking about.
It is. Yeah, let me just interrupt you because I've come along to that workshop a few times, and it is exciting because it is about my money for me, and it's
I don't mind,
right?
Absolutely, I don't mind paying tax. I absolutely don't mind paying tax, but we don't want to give it away. We don't want to throw it away. So we talk about ways of looking at that, and it's I think knowing your numbers is really important nowadays. And if you don't know what's working, you don't know which areas to scale up, and which if it's not working for you, maybe move the focus away from that particular machine in your factory and focus on something else. I mean, you're in charge of your own business in the blockchain, so it is quite exciting. You have to have a grown-up responsibility, as Sean calls it, big boy girl and girl pants. Being responsible, having broad shoulders. But it's fun. It can be really good fun, especially when you see the financial side working in your favor, maybe for the first time.
Yeah, brilliant. And also, I want you to tell everybody about about your courses that you've got?
So we've got a spreadsheets course, a really simple how to master Excel video spreadsheet course, and then I do a monthly Q&A with the students, so you can come and ask me any daft questions, no problem. We have an accounts package where you can take your raw data and plug it into a spreadsheet, and it'll automatically turn into a profit and loss account, and you can give that to an accountant, save yourself a fortune. We have a blockchain books club, which may seem a bit counterintuitive about talking about books, but we look at some of the most influential business, self-development, and blockchain books, and you can learn a lot from books, and we help you kind of speed read your way through them, picking out all the salient points of the most important books over the last 20 years, and that all the top CEOs in business read a lot. Readers are leaders in business, and so if you're not a reader, maybe you should think about it. And so that's kind of the idea of the Blockchain Books Club course. It's about 10 different weeks of content. I've got a confidence building course called 8 Types of Confidence, and it just goes through that to help build people's confidence. And there are a whole ton of other courses from other fantastic coaches, including your good self.
There are, yeah. That's great. Hey, Robin, thank you so much for coming along today to talk about the DBM Academy, and especially the 3 months to cash flow and everything else that we've spoken about. I really appreciate you taking the time. And yeah, it's been brilliant.
Thank you for asking me. Good to talk.
Thanks, you guys. Have a great day, everyone.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.